Hi, I'm Okira Banks, costume designer, and stylist to the stars. The fashion industry is more than who's wearing what. It's attitude, personality, and a lifestyle. It's a vibe. And in the Style Lounge, we get into it all. Your favorite guys and girls will sit on my couch and share their real stories as it pertains to their connection with fashion and how it shapes their work and life. And I want you to join us. Welcome to the Style Lounge. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Hi guys, it's your girl Okira Banks, and welcome to the Style Lounge. My guest today will be Maricris Lapaix, and she's a personal trainer and a nutritionist. So, today I thought to get prepared for her, I'll make like one of my really cool smoothies that I make every morning. So this is another one of my regimens that I do every morning, really every morning. So I'm just gonna go. I'm missing one thing. I'm missing my sea moss. I use that every day and I ran out. And right now, sea moss is really hard to come by. I use a brand a lot of times called Health Zenergy. Anyhow, this is what I'm gonna do. I use hemp milk. Oops. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep going. I use hemp milk. You see, you make at-home messes, child. I don't care, we're gonna keep it going. So I use hemp milk, and then a banana. I am sometimes so messy, but you know, whatever. We'll put that in there like that. And I don't fill it up all the way. A little burdock. Little moringa. They normally tell you to use 2 tablespoons, but I always do more. Cinnamon. Again, you just do probably 1, but again, I like more. And agave, or you can use palm sugar, but we're using agave right now. Yep. Again, I always put sea moss in here. Sometimes I put some berries, but I'm out of sea moss. So I'm gonna make this really quick. And then, that's it. That's good. Another thing I do, I drink my dandelion tea first thing in the morning. Or I do a little turmeric tea. One or the other, I switch them up every morning. So there's that. So let's go and meet with my guest, Maricris Lapaix. Welcome to the Style Lounge, Maricris Lapaix.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm so happy to have you. You came to me clear as day. I was like, I want a trainer. Who I want Maricris. There is no way you've worked your butt off. So for those of you, little quick introduction. You heard me talking about her earlier, but Maricris is a personal trainer and a nutritionist coach. Am I saying that right?
Certified nutrition coach.
Certified nutritionist coach. And
nutrition coach, not nutritionist, too.
Well, I read somewhere it said coach. So let me go back. Maricris Lapaix is a personal trainer and nutritionist, and a former pageant model. What were you? We got to talk about that because okay, little story about Maricris and I. We're gonna talk about how we met. How did we meet, and how did you realize to go full on with your fitness?
Oh gosh, so funny. So I've always been between sports and fitness and just entertainment, behind the camera, in front of the camera. And I wanted to work on a production. So we met at Let's Ask America, and I was the executive assistant, and I had the pleasure of working with Bill and his team. And thankfully on his team was Okira, the stylist, and I learned a lot. So
we hung out a lot in the wardrobe room.
Yeah, I got adopted into this little family. You know, I had like my work, coworkers, but then on production days, I just felt like I had this other new family that kind of like taught me everything and just everything. So it was great. So we were just always backstage chatting goals and everything. And really we just developed this great, friendship, and I feel like sisterhood. And I remember even towards the end, I had been focusing so much on production, I was trying to think about the next steps, and I was debating on doing my next pageant or being a trainer. And you're like, well, what do you want? Because if you do this, then it'll kind of straight. So it was a nice way to like kind of get checked. And so funny, I ended up competing in the pageant and everything, and, you know, had your support with that, and then just all unfolded. And I ended up becoming a trainer, as we had kind of talked about, and being around everybody and seeing them just so ambitious and everyone going for what they want. I kind of just had my eyes open to the different routes that I could take with my background. And here I am 5 years later.
Right. It's been 5 years later. So you guys, I used to call her my good vibe. My good, what did I used to say? My good vibe, babe, not baby. What's
Good vibes angel.
There it is, my good vibe angel. There it was. Because she would come with all this sweet energy, so I never mind her in my room. So let me just tell you guys, everyone meets in the wardrobe room. Some kind of way I attract everyone to the wardrobe room, and it becomes a counseling session. But it was beautiful because you would run around, you're like, you need anything? Well, I need something to do. And she would come, sit on the floor, and hang out. And we would have conversations. And I got to see you get your crown at one of your, you remember that? I got to meet one of your mentors, your mom, your dad. And then she just kind of became a part of my life. And then she mentored my niece.
Yes, it was so funny too. And I think because I'm such like a goody two shoes, and I remember as we started about the different things I can do in entertainment, and and I had an audition, and you're like, it's fine, I'm gonna tell them that you're picking up something for me. And like you and Owen were like covering.
Right, we're covering. You're like, I got an audition. I'll just tell them. Oh my God, I forgot that. Just go do what you got to do. I'll tell them I sent you on 2 runs.
I have fake Erin. So thankful for you guys.
Didn't you get it?
Done. I got the work done. That's when I started realizing I was a little bit more entrepreneurial, that like, I'm fine working, but if I need to go and flow.
You need to be able to have the flexibility. And when you're the production assistant, your personal assistant to 2 executive producers that created the show, it's a little tough. All right.
But they're amazing. I love them.
Oh no, they're great. So now we're here. What's the last crown you held?
The last crown I had was Miss Global USA for California. So I competed 2 years ago. 2 years ago in Florida, was second runner-up for Miss Global. So that was the end of it. So you saw me get my crown for Miss California, a different pageant system, and then I went on and
I remember you went through the process of the last one because we were communicating a lot because you were looking for gowns.
Yes. So after that first one, won Miss Orange County USA, went on to compete at Miss California USA, and then was top 20 over there. So that was the one I wanted. Yeah.
And now, fast forward, you are the fitness beauty. And I have trained with her. She does a really great job. Man, I want to train with you again. I'm in shape, but I'm not in shape.
I'm here.
I'm in shape physically because I'm smaller since the last time we saw each other in January.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I can punch something and it hurts. I want it to hurt. Or I don't know if something punches me, if I'm gonna be able to stand the punch.
You know, like it's a nice little balance. It's a nice balance.
I want some strength.
Yeah. For that little bit that we were together, I know if we work together, we definitely
we'll get some stuff done. Oh, we'll have good fun. So are you in LA?
No. I'm sneaky about it. So I did make the move to Florida. So the story with that, so I was thinking of something I wanted to do down the line. So I love what I do as a trainer, and just over the past couple of years, I've met amazing trainers and mentors in different parts of the States and different countries. And I've kind of had this vision of, I'm going to move to Florida and learn a little bit over here, and then eventually go to New York and go to London and Australia and just take all of that.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah. And so I came to Florida in the middle of July to just come on vacation and see if I actually liked the area, or if I was just in vacation mode. It was great. And I came, loved it, canceled my flight, stayed 2 weeks later.
So is your family in Florida?
I do have family, but I'm staying with a family friend, and eventually like looking for my own spot just to not rush it. And so
Good for
thankful and grateful.
you. Look at your transition. A lot of people are leaving and you know what, taking the time and the opportunity now to venture out and just take on doing the thing that they never probably had time to do.
Yeah, and just to think about it too, before COVID, business was amazing. I was just so busy reaching just new different heights.
Like now nobody don't want to touch you. Like, don't breathe on me. Run over there. Don't sweat on me.
Some still wanted to train in person, which is fine. It's to each their own, whoever, whatever they're comfortable with. But while it's not the most ideal situation, like if I was really busy, I wouldn't think about moving and going. It'd be so much harder to stop. And I'm just kind of looking this as a new opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I have great clients who've actually stuck with me and just have gone online with me and train virtually. So that's how I've been growing my business. So it allows me to even train more
I'm gonna
people.
have to check that out. But I want to be one-on-one, Maricris. I don't want to be with nobody.
Yeah, you can
be. You know. So you're in Florida. Congratulations. You're spreading your wings. You're expanding. I was like, she is not in LA. You having a good time. You look happy.
I know everybody's saying that, so that makes me happy. I mean, like I said, I originally wasn't intending to move. It was just a vacation, but because I'm big on social media, anywhere I travel, I always like tag the location I'm in. But then after like 2 weeks, people were like, it still says you're in Florida. And I was like, oh yeah, because I decided to stay. But yeah.
So that's where I live at now. So
but yeah, just for me sharing on social media, people out here have reached out to me in different, businesses. So I'm just kind of taking that opportunity.
Maybe that's where you're supposed to be. I think that's where you're supposed to be. So now you're training virtually, full time. You're in Florida. I noticed that you've been doing some inspirational or conversation on IG Live. So right now, what's the impact that you are now wanting to share with everyone during this time in terms of training, nutrition, and I guess just mental health? Because one reason we work out just I know for me to keep myself mentally grounded. And when it comes to nutrition, I'm making my smoothies now, a lot. I've been making them a lot. I went plant-based, 95%. So 5% I still eat a little something like some chips or something. I make my own chips now, but you know what I mean. But this has become a time for us to take care of ourselves better internally, more than we ever had. So now I would like to ask you, with you now full-fledged training nutritionist and now encouraging people with these quick conversations through IG Live, what are you encouraging people to do? What's the impact that you want people to take daily?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is like, look, we're in a pandemic. It's a very different situation and everybody's looking and figuring out how to adjust. The biggest thing for me has always been mental health. And so, while fitness is a great tool to get in shape, to get that body that you want, I just kind of want to remind people that it is an outlet to just feel mentally better. Anytime I'm stressed and I go work out to kind of get that out, I feel better. I feel a bit more empowered, and I want them to just have a different view on fitness, that it's not just this thing where you tell me the reps and this and that. It's a way to empower yourself and to feel better and to help you get through your day. And that, people just think it's so regimented, and they're like, people are like, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay consistent? I'm like, I have my days where I don't want to work out, where, when I was in Homa Lake, packing up to come here, I didn't work out for the week. Granted, after that, I felt like, groggy. But the difference, I think, between me and someone else is I knew I was just taking that time off. I just felt that's what I needed to do for my body. And the mental stress that I had was more of a rest. And then when I came back to my routine, obviously I'm not going to be in that tip-top shape, but all I knew is that just start working out again. Where someone else might think like, oh, I've ruined it all. I've ruined all the games.
You can always start all over. Stop it. Stop beating yourself up.
And I'm like, there's never a stop. There's no end.
Do you know how many of us stop and take a break for 2 months to 2 years? You can start whenever you want.
Yeah, and it's like there's no perfect time to start your routine. I have pre-COVID, I had a lot of clients that traveled, and the great mentality of those that just came in with me and they're like, look, I just want a healthy lifestyle. They can travel for 3 weeks and then they just come back and start working out again. Mm-hmm. Whereas some people are like, I'm traveling for 3 weeks, so I'm not going to start yet. It's like, no,
just go ahead and start. And the cool thing is, because you've kind of helped them build their endurance, is even better for them when it's kind of like that workout or that whatever the training was has prepared their body for when they're away, and it keeps them kind of going. I always tell people this, I work out really for strength and mental first, then strength. Well, both, really both. Not to, for me, I've been fortunate not to say, ooh, I'm this. Now, I do have my moments, I'm like, I would really like to be a little bit more tighter or whatever. However, the first thing is mentally, because I have a lot of beautiful thoughts. And if I do not, they become a hamster wheel. And that is not good for no one, not even me. So once I understood that about myself, I understood the chemicals that I need because of the serotonin and the oxygen that we need to flow through our body. And then, I've always eaten well. I've always eaten really, really well. But for me, I reinforced that to the next level. I didn't do it because anybody told me to do it. I did it because it felt like the right journey for me. And now we glowing, girl.
See, and that's what I'm saying. And that's the big thing. Like, if you're doing it for you and you understand why you're doing it, it makes the experience that more enjoyable. But when you come in and I have like people like, I want to look like this Instagram model, like, it's not going to last long.
Okay, so do you get that? Do you have people that come to say, I want to look like this person?
All the time, people. More of the younger clientele, not like my older clientele, but they'll be like, I want to look like this Instagram model. I'll be like, first of all, she's like 5'11" and you're 5'2". They're two different body types. It's great to admire somebody for their hard work and everything, but everybody has different flaws too. And it's more so for me, I just tell people like, because a lot of people don't, we think about the number on the scale. Some people don't know the importance of understanding how your body fat plays a factor into that. Your hydration. There's just so many different things that we're thinking about, your muscle mass. Because, like, for example, I had an online client before. She's like, I've been following your nutrition and your workouts really well, but my scale still says 137. But I always have my clients take progress photos, because sometimes if they don't have a smart scale, they don't understand what has changed within their body. And then I like put her two photos by, I'm like, do you notice you have one less back roll? It's because she gained muscle. So of course the number on the scale doesn't budge because she had put on some more muscle. And so people get so fixated on the wrong things. And that's why I'm not really necessarily like, okay, great to have a goal as an Instagram model, but I'm like, how about we just try figuring out what the healthiest version of you looks like? Because it turns out you might like what that looks like. And let's just go through the process, because there's no point, when I decide that I want to put myself on a challenge or, change my body composition, I'll weigh myself to see where I'm at the first day, but I will not jump on that scale again for another like 2-3 weeks unless I have stuck to my actual consistent habits. So the meals that I planned, did I work out as many times per week that I said I was going to? If I didn't hit those consistent habits, there's no point in me checking the scale, because that's where people get so frustrated. They're like, I ate really well one day, changes. Like, no, consistent habits, then check in, because then you'll know what's working or not, and if you feel good. But the biggest thing you need to check in first when you're starting a routine is like, how do I feel today? Right. That's why it makes me happy when my clients are like, oh God, I've had such a long week. Like, this feels good. My body just feels awake. Or, oh my gosh, I bent down to pick up my kid's toy and I feel good.
The chemicals, they don't realize those chemicals, our brain needs them.
Yeah, they get so stuck on these numbers and forget the whole point is to feel better and to be able to enjoy your life. So let's forget about the scale for a moment. Like, let me worry about those numbers and do that. But let's talk about those consistent habits and how do you actually feel every day?
Do what I do. I am consistently not on a scale. My scale is my jeans.
Hey, that's the thing.
That's my scale. I can't tell. I don't know what I weigh until I go to the doctor, and I can kind of go, I think I am kind of. But I know the way my clothes fit, and when something's, I know, I can tell what my body's doing depending on what I wear muscle mass wise, because either it's easier to get on or it's a little tighter. because of the muscle, it's, it doesn't, it's not as, it don't move. It's a little bit more tone.
There's so many different ways to check your
Just
progress.
try your G's on, but stay healthy. I mean, really stay healthy. Check your body fat. That's important.
At the end of the day, check in with you. Like, we do have and if you don't know what you're doing, that's when you ask for help. When it comes down to it, just ask for help.
What nutrition? What do you do first thing in the morning? What's your regimen?
Well, probably just drink water. I'm so thirsty.
When you wake up in the morning, you're thirsty?
I like water. It like wakes me up. It just feels like a flush of like water.
So you drink a lot of water. Do you do it with lime, lemons, or you just drink?
I don't like lemon. I know that's great for you. I don't like the taste of it in it, so I will pass on it. I just like water.
So you drink water. Do you get 8 hours of sleep?
Oh, just like, how do I wake up for the day?
Like, kind of, what's their top 3 to 5 things you do just to kind of maintain yourself?
In the morning. So like, I'll have my water and everything, but when I wake up, so I just started Vedic meditation. So that's new in my routine. So I'm like meditating for, I feel like, an hour in the morning, but I wake up, do my Vedic meditation. I listen to my prayer from church home. And then I do my Calm app meditation because I love quotes, and you'll always see it on my story. And I love seeing the quote of the day and the message. And then I write in my gratitude journal. So I write the 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, and an affirmation of how I'm feeling for that day. And then I also have a list that I did with one of my clients who's a coach as well. But I have a list of choices that I've written. So for example, I choose to believe that I'm going to be a trainer that impacts 1 million. I choose to believe that I'm going to have a husband that will stand by my side. I choose to believe that I'm going to live in a place that feeds my need for busyness. And
you're manifesting. Yes.
You're manifesting. Yeah. So I read that every day. And I guess one of them came true because here I am in Florida. So
you got a man? You got a man in Florida too?
I don't have a man. I'm working. I'm still reading it.
I'm going to go run outside.
I'll meet him. So I got to say your prayers every day, right? Now.
You know what? Stay open. I just spoke with someone and we talked about your good and God's excellence for you. That God's excellence can take a while. So either you can get your good in the form of, your man or whatever you want, or you can have God's excellence.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's like, I wish I had someone, but I've been single. It will be in November, like 3 years, the longest I've ever been single. And it's been such a journey to learn more about me. And so I'm just kind of calm. I'm like, God must have someone really good because he's making me wait a minute.
God got somebody really good, really, really good. Folks didn't want to have any more optional options.
Yeah, no, I am good waiting and doing me. I'm very picky about how I date. I'm just very much about energy. Like I'm around a lot of good looking people, but the moment someone opens their mouth, it's just that if you trigger me intellectually, that's when I'm very but if
I do not care how great you look, you're glued to me now. You're what we call that's pretty wallpaper. That's some good looking wallpaper.
I mean, I don't know if I say that, but yeah, that's basically what it is. But yeah,
that's some good wallpaper to look at, but you don't want to take it home or touch it, but it's pretty.
Yeah, you have to intrigue me mentally. So that's why I think, the last couple of people that I did date are in the industry, very entrepreneurial, and just being around them makes me want to do more, and just to have them kind of encourage me without me asking, it's great. Yeah.
And they understand the entrepreneurial spirit and what it takes.
Yeah, just because I think you're more open-minded, and that when you're in a relationship, you're going to have your different obstacles, and you're going to always need to learn and evolve. And so I feel like someone who's a little bit more entrepreneurial understands that. So while we may fight, I feel like we won't be fighting about the same things over and over. It's just a continual growth and support. So that's what I'm looking for. And it's, I just want a genuine connection. Otherwise I'm good doing me. God planted this little seed in my heart to travel. So until someone puts
you may meet him on the airplane, girl, or getting off the airplane or going to the restroom. So I have this question for you. What all do you have going on next in this COVID season? I see that you're pivoting and you're adapting. What else you have going on?
The biggest thing I have right now is my online clientele. So my one-on-ones virtually, creating some programs for those people who don't want to necessarily coach one-on-one because of their schedule, but they want me to write their plans. So I'm doing that, but also finally now I'm getting situated to go back to my YouTube channel to put some more resources out there. You know, it's been really great since being in Florida and really trying to meet more people and put out more content. I found that what I've been posting recently has been getting more engagement. So I'm learning a lot more about my audience and wanting to just put out more for them. So the more feedback they give me, the more I'm able to create, because that's really what my page is for. It's for them. So I love when, you know, I had someone post on my page yesterday. She's going through her fitness journey, and was happy that I gave her moves that she could do, because sometimes trainers put out really flashy stuff. So, which I like to do. It's fun and challenging, but it's also not the most encouraging
for those that don't. It can be a little intimidating for those who are not.
Yeah. So I like to have a mix of, so I put stuff that people can use more so at home. That seems to still be the case of what they want. And then I also, sometimes when I'm just at the beach and I kind of just go with the flow. People thought I was doing animal flow. I have not taken animal flow yet. It's literally just moves that I've learned and how I feel like moving my body. So I'm just trying to be more open and show people that it's not your regular just bicep curls and that's the only way to move. Like this morning I posted a dance video because Shaun T did it, because sometimes it's just fun to dance around the house. There's the whole
I do it all the time. I dance.
Yeah, and the whole point of being strong is like dance, just like enjoying life. So I just want to keep debunking that, sending out positive vibes, and yeah, keep feeding the audience.
So what is it called again? Animal what? Animal moves?
Well, I'm not doing animal flow. People think I'm doing animal flow or little tidbits of
animal flow. Okay.
It's a great, you might like it.
No, I definitely want to check, because it feels like you just go with whatever movement of your body.
Yeah, so I think I should probably actually learn what it is, since I already have like 10 minutes.
You're going to have to talk about that more, because I never heard of that. So animal flow. Okay, so Maricris, where can the good people on the Style Lounge find you that don't know how to find you already and, you know, want to follow you? Do you have a website where we can keep up with any merchandise, other, you know, just where you are traveling, what you have coming, anything virtually? Can you tell us?
Yeah. So I try to keep everything simple, even though my name is very unique, so it's not simple. But so my name is Maricris Lapaix, MARICRISLAPAIX. So that is my website, www.maricrisLapaix.com. That's my Instagram handle. You can also find me on Facebook and also YouTube. So same across all platforms. But if you go onto my Instagram, I have a link to all those different pages. And also this following upcoming, you know, weekend, I'm working on putting more stuff out with moms, and I'll keep that going for people to find if they, you know, find me on my Instagram, and they can check into that.
I forgot to ask you something. Okay, so you're always working out. And I always like to ask people how they're living. I kind of know because I've been around you for a while, so I want to ask you, for the good people, what is Maricris wearing when she's training or working out?
When I'm well, in Florida, I'm wearing a lot of spandex. It is hot. I've actually now, because I'm working out at the beach, I'm wearing swimsuits all the time. It is too hot. Those tan
So when you're training now at the beach, you're wearing swimsuits?
Yeah, because I'm not down for the tan lines. I'm really not. I don't know how people run them. So I am in a swimsuit because I'm doing a lot of body weight work that way. But if I'm in the gym, spandex, leggings, and a bra. Like, you're not really going to ever find me in a shirt. I get too hot. So always a bra on.
Maricris now, the new Maricris, I guess, in Florida, but Maricris on a date.
On a date? Oh my God, I haven't been on a date in a long time.
What would Maricris wear on a date?
It's been a minute. But yeah, typically if I have the choice, my first date will be at an arcade. So I will be in jeans and probably something like this, honestly, because I like to play games, and it gives me, one, because I like someone athletic, so I get to see if they're athletic. I love to play that basketball game, just shooting all day. And then, yeah, I just want to I'm very, very sweet, but I'm also very sarcastic. So I like to joke around a lot. And I think that's a great place to get a feel for someone's personality.
Okay. And then Maricris at home, just chilling.
Oh, Maricris at home is napping all day. She is in her robe all day. She's in her robe. Yeah, my best friend tried to get rid of my robe before I moved to Florida. I was like, no, I will pay extra for that robe to make it. I'm in my robe all day because I get cold. I like being cozy. And as much as I should work in my desk, I like to be under my covers.
So she's in a robe. Got it. Oh my God, I did not know that. I would not have thought. I thought you'd be in some cute little loungewear, Indian style.
Oh no, you can catch me in a robe and like just regular. Yeah, no, that's probably why I like being a trainer too, because I can just wear it all day.
See, good to know. So there you have it. And thank you, Maricris, for coming to hang out with me on the Style Lounge. Remember to follow her at maricris.com, across the board, Maricris, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. She has fun workout facts and some cool tips. I'm so happy you were here.
Yes.